Morning.
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 Buenas tardes.
Buenas tardes.
Chuck just stepped out of the office for a second. He'll be right back, and then we can get going. Well, in fact, we can go ahead and let's go ahead and get started.
Okay. Well, I was working on comments, input requests, basically this morning. Now I am going to take another story. I am trying to pick a doable for me one. Well, I am in getting something from the list. That's my status so far.
Okay, well, for me it was minted. Also the tax dashboard a little bit on Friday, on the end of the day, and a lot today. I got that almost done. I'm reviewing right now the indexes, whether we need it or not, because even though we haven't deployed that, queries are just fine on my side, so maybe we don't need anything at all, but I am double checking that right now. Also on Friday worked on I can see cover rough cuts. I don't remember exactly, that's on my note. Maybe I worked on some pull request comments, and well, yeah, basically that's it for me.
Okay. Yeah, so the last day I was here was just a bunch of shipping fun stuff for. Do I sound normal? I don't know why I'm hearing such a bad echo.
Yeah, you sound like you're in a tunnel.
Okay. Well,
That's
anyways,
okay.
I'll just fix it. I don't have a lot to say since I've been on vacation, so I'm just gonna make stories and put together my notes from the shipping stuff that happened with the FedEx overnight Saturday. And then go to the DHL flat rate stuff. Get back to that. That's it for me.
If you'll to take a look at the pull requests that you've got in there, several that we're still kind of waiting on you for, just kind of keep that in top of mind. Not that it's urgent, but just a reminder.
Urgent-ish.
You
I'd love to get
Probably
it.
things
Love to
we
get
want
it
to get
taken
out.
care of. Abandon or we just abandon, or we get it done.
Gone.
You might be coming through your camera, Ryan.
I might be.
Yes,
That makes sense.
the distance.
Speaker, yep. Microphone is.
Control Teams, which there we go.
Oh, there we go.
Ah, that's probably
Yep.
what Chuck was hearing.
Do I sound? Anyway, it's funny.
Yeah, there you go.
Sound better too.
For me, Friday had a pretty awesome run through of PDF structure with Dan and Ryan. That was really a cool way of ending the weeks-long look into the RIP issues. We found a good thing, and got a workaround in place for our stuff. So hopefully when that goes out, we'll watch it, and hopefully that'll cut down the RIP errors considerably, at least on the black and whites, but hopefully across the board.
That would be great. That was, I don't think that made it onto our board, but it is on the list of stuff to address, try to get the RIP stuff. So that would be awesome if that had a resolution.
Yeah, same. So hopefully that helps and takes care of it. We'll keep an eye on it.
Does it have something to do with the pull request you submitted, Ryan, and then abandoned, or what's?
That was the original.
Yeah,
attempt.
that was the original attempt. That one was just
Dan didn't like the way that they were doing it, and so he came up with a much simpler way of doing the same thing, essentially the same thing, but in a different way that's a little bit, maybe a little less. I don't think it's destructive. It just was a little
more
much.
costly.
Maybe that's what it was. Yeah. So let's see if I've got. You added it, right? Did I complete it already? No.
I think you did. Oh, I thought you did.
Nope. I've approved it. It's set out for delay. If you want to take a look at it, Sebastian, it's 6739. All we're doing is we're wrapping every single page of our customers' files in a device grade color state, just to manually set it, because by default that's supported. It fits a spec to go ahead and just assume that that's what it is. But then when we were drawing one of those files onto our 4-color file, it was breaking. The PDF instruction was invalid. So I don't know if it's necessarily all the problems that we've been seeing ripping. We've had a lot of problems, and most of them have been black and white. So it's possible this would fix it, but it's also possible that there's another issue altogether. So we'll see. But it's good to have some tools that are letting us figure out what the problem is and get to the heart of the issue and see if we can start resolving these instead of just doing our fixes all the time.
Mm-hmm. Pretty cool.
Is that it for you, Scotty?
Oh, and then today I'm just back on cutting, planning, and bugs and stuff. And that was all.
Okay. Got a lot of PRs still to review, so working on that. Working on getting our deploy out for this morning, and move on to the next one.
Okay, Rebecca, you want to bring up our stand-up list? I wanted to start at least introducing everybody to the Q4 peak list, and I don't know that we'll get to even doing a size on these. We may have questions, so I just want to do it. But before I do that, I just wanted to, I've noticed and heard a little bit lately that as we've moved to using Claude Code more, that sometimes we can have Claude Code push something in and then just submit that as is without checking it, and you still have to check what you guys put in with it because sometimes Claude doesn't quite account for everything. So just keep in mind that we want you to use Claude Code. It's an incredible tool, but when you're using it, make sure you're going through and what it's doing and make sure that it is going to do what you think it's going to do. And you're reviewing what it does, because it's. I know
you
we've
agree.
seen a couple things.
And you agree.
Yeah. So we've seen a couple things like that. This is just a learning curve, not a. I'm not.
Nope.
Anyways, just keep in mind that sometimes it does a little bit of a weird thing, and so you just need to make sure that it's doing what you expect it to do, and that you agree with what it's doing, and or. Maybe it's incomplete and it needs a little massaging or something. So just make sure you go through it again before you submit it as a PR. If everybody could kind of help out with that, I'd appreciate it. Okay, so I started making a few stories on the Q4 objectives that we want to do. The first one is the allow bins to be scanned to a cart. I know we met with Tara, Ryan, and it seemed like you kind of had an idea. I didn't put anything in this story because I didn't have anything in my notes, but I know you kind of had a thought of how you wanted to do that, and I thought we could at least talk that through, and maybe if Rebecca doesn't mind, she could add some notes into this as we go, and then we can kind of go from there and see if we need to get more information or how we want to do it, but at least let's start getting what we have in there so that we can start thinking about it properly.
Yeah, we can talk about it. So what they want to be able to do is just they have these blue bins that are staging areas. It's a stage. Each of the blue bins are a stage. There's a barcode on the bin. I think it allows you to scan orders to those stages. Then they have these carts that they want to be able to stage a blue bin to a cart. Basically, they want to be able to stack several blue bins on a cart. I don't know if we should probably, I don't think I have a picture of one, but I think it would be helpful for Sebastian and Mario to see what we're talking about.
Oh yeah, I can take a picture and add them in.
But I have a little, this will help. This is a video, but it's not, I mean, it's because I had to get all the values on there. Let me see here, send it to Slack.
And the idea is they just don't want to lose the blue bins because the shop is really big and there's like 1,000 of those blue bins or something, and so when it gets put on a shelf, even though it has a barcode or a card or whatever, they're like, where is it? And our carts now are really well labeled with a number on it, so they just want to make sure that's essentially what they're trying to get to is that there's a car or a tub or a bin, like where is it? And so
that shows, that video will show, each one of these carts has a bar that goes up the side with all the different barcodes for each area so that they can scan saying that this cart is now in this area, basically, and then they roll the cart over to that area. So it allows them to kind of stage it and say, so in the batch case, they can put a batch on the cart and say, I'm taking this over to manual cutting. So they stage it as this batch is now being put on this cart in manual cutting, and then they wheel it over to manual cutting. And what you don't see in the video is at the very top of this, there's this big, like 2 foot thing showing the cart number. It's like 6 feet tall, so you can look around the floor and maybe you can spot where the cart is. A little easier than trying to find where a specific bin is because the barcode of that is really small and it would be on a cart. So what they want to do is they want to be able to take these bins and put them on carts so that when you look up an order, it would show, hey, this order is on this cart. Ideally, they'd want to show that it's on this cart, it's in this bin and on this cart. But I don't know how we're necessarily going to do that. I think the easiest solution would be for us just to change all of our carts to be order stageable, so you can stage an order to it, and then do our stage to stage reassignment so that when you scan the blue bin, you scan the cart, it would move all those items onto that cart. So it would technically take them out of the bin because that's the process that we already have built. That would get us a good chunk of the way there and quickly. And the other thing is that if they needed to know what bin, they could go to the log and see that it was scanned into a bin before it arrived at this cart. Or maybe we want to take the extra step and say they are now in this cart. So on an order page, I think we show where it was staged last, and maybe we also add if the second to last stage is, maybe we show the second to last stage if that one is a bin, so they can see that. I don't know. Those are the things that we were talking about and trying to figure out a good way to do this.
Yeah, so
have you considered do a full refactor, like saying, okay, cards can have dynamic zones and stages be nested somehow?
Yeah, that's obviously I think that's the
natural,
probably the best way to do it, but that's a lot. That's a bigger thing to try to pull off, and also do it while not breaking any data.
Yeah, okay, just wanted to make sure. Okay. So the cart is the thing that moves around, right? And the bin
it's on wheels.
Well, they both move around. They both
move.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's what the problem is that you don't, when you've got like a shop and there's like 1,000 bins rolling around, and then there's another is it like 300 or 400 carts as well? Something like that, 500 carts, I don't know, 300, I don't know, bunch of them. And so it's like, how do you find them if there's a bin set on a cart somewhere, and then that cart is, and that's what the problem is they're trying to solve, is how do I know what bin and what cart it's on? And because of the way our data is, we may have to come up with a quick way.
If you want to look at it, Sebastian, and think about, like, if we want to put kind of put together a story of what it would be like to refactor and how we would do it in a safe way, and allow it to be done on stage without breaking live, we could certainly look at that too. I was just trying to figure out an
At least in
MVP
basic
here
way.
so that we can get so we can get something out for them and hopefully move on to another thing, since we've got several things to do this year.
Yeah. But if you come up with a good idea, we're open to ideas, and that's kind of why I wanted to lay this out,
exactly.
that if somebody has hey, we could do and get there, then we're open to ideas. Because that's what Ryan did. Ryan was just like, well, we have this challenge, so we could do this, and you may have to dig a little bit, but at least you could get there, which I think is a good way to start. But if you can think of a better way, then we would, we're open to that too. So let's put a design tag on that, or a design in the thing, because it sounds like maybe what we need to do is, maybe one day, Sebastian, if you've got half a day or whatever, and you want to look at it and think about it and put your ideas, that would be great. Or if anybody else wants to too, or if somebody has a thought on it, you can pick this up and do that. I'd go ahead and add that into the iteration so it's sitting there and somebody can see it if they decide to do that. And obviously, as we start moving closer to our thing, I'll be pushing more, but if you come up with something before then, that would be awesome. Okay, the next one is shelving updates. I don't know. I think that we have to have a conversation with Tara on this and really go through what I know that we've done a bunch of stuff with, but I'm not really sure what the next step to that is. So let's skip.
What even is it?
Right. I just know that they put it on there. I think I'm wondering if on that list that I sent over, if there was more information on it. There may have been. Rebecca, do you remember if there was?
I'm reading it. Let's see. Do you want me to type this? Batches with mixed due dates for shelving solutions. Improve cards and invites. Review entire process from top to bottom to then innovate. And then complete component matching to reduce shelving.
So they want to expand the idea, the CEPS idea, it sounds like. I don't know. I think that that's going to probably be one, and it sounds like she wants a top to bottom solution. She's going to have to be involved in that, and I think she knows she is, so I think we'll have to probably, but yeah, put those, whatever information they have on there. Yeah, exactly what you're doing. Thank you. And then let's put that on a Wednesday. Let's put a production sync on that one. We're gonna have to break that down, and looks like this is probably gonna be several stories, not one story.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be my guess.
Awesome.
Okay, so let's not get too much into that. I'd like to have a little better. Okay, marking the lead edge. I think that where we've landed on this, if I remember, is that it's a challenge. And I know Dan had said that he had some ideas. So to the best of my knowledge, I think where we're at is we need to have Dan come on and brainstorm with us on what his thoughts are on it, because I'm not sure if we know exactly what to do. So let's skip that one for now. The color bar at the edge of the lamination jobs, I think that this one is actionable now, right? We want to do, I wrote this line, I'm not sure if that's exactly right, but it's the add a color bar at the edge of the sheet on jobs that require lamination, and then that we were gonna stagger them
Yeah.
at random to avoid the buildup on the drum.
And we're gonna
Is
use the
that-
same color that's already in the work orders. So
Oh yeah, that was the other part.
if we
That's where this was.
already have
I
defined colors for the different laminations.
noticed.
Is it work order?
Yeah, the little, at least
Oh, right.
up in the top banner, we now have these little tabs.
And is it like if it's a matte finish, it has one color, and if
Yeah.
it's a
Gloss.
gloss, it has a
Velvet.
different color, and velvet?
Yep.
On my notes, I had batch sheet, but is that correct?
Or is it the work order?
Yeah, it's the work order.
I'll just say work
It's
order.
not the batch
That's
sheet.
what-
But they
Yeah.
call it the batch sheet.
Okay, that's why I was
Work order.
confused.
And I think we want to say we want to use the color, but we also want to make sure we're putting, like, if it's matte 1S or matte 2S or gloss 1S or gloss 2S, we want to put that information in that in that tab that's moving into different locations along the sheet. And did Dan give us some sample code? Does anybody remember seeing that?
Yes, but I don't remember what that is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really quick, Ryan, you said if it's matte 1S, etc. What do we need to do with that information?
You want to
That
print it
needs
in
to be in
the
the little color, in the color, so we're
Tab.
putting color, putting a color
Oh.
tab in there, put that text in there.
Okay. Awesome.
Then we'll have to see if we can find Dan's sample code, and then we'll
If
we'll
not,
add
not a
that
big
to
deal.
this. But in general, does anybody have any questions with what we're trying to do here? And then we'll stagger it, right? Like it'll be every other one. We'll move over an inch or 2 inches or
So-
whatever.
I heard that this color and tag will be moving around, so that we don't generate ghost printing, right?
Exactly.
Is it deterministic? Because we need something deterministic for automated tests.
Yeah, so just have it be on the page number. So page
Okay.
1 will be at one position, page 3 will be shifted by that same amount, page 5, it'll just shift
It's not
over.
random.
Nope, not random.
Okay.
Is it going? Does it need to stagger? Like, it will. Will the first page and the third page be the same, or is it? Does it
No,
have to,
no,
like, keep
it'll-
staggering?
First and second page.
It'll be like the first and the 7th or something. It'll probably go like 5
Okay,
different.
before it
So
starts.
page 1 and 2 will be the same location so that they back up to each other, and then
Oh,
we'll just
okay.
go.
Okay.
We'll
3
need
and
to do it
4
on both
5.
pages, in case we end up doing, let's see what we need to. We do double-sided, it gets sent over, we probably want it on the back side too. So yeah, I think we probably want both.
And then we'll go like maybe 5 across or 7 across or something, and then start over again. Is that?
Just go as many as we can fit and
Yeah.
Or many,
And I
as
would-
soon as it gets to the end, then start over.
then start over.
Where you
Yeah.
were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the other thing that we want to do is we don't want, I don't think we want it to, like, we don't want the second one to start exactly where the first one ended. I think we'd want
Right.
like 10 pixels of padding in there so that there's a little bit of space.
Yeah, don't get a little buildup on the edge or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Not
a
sure
good
we
point.
would, but let's just go ahead and add a little padding in there.
What if we don't have enough room, like the 5 up one, or
Then it just won't print. And we'll put the color, if we can, it would be better if we put that at the bottom layer so that there's
Oh,
a sliver
I
that
see.
can show through, it will. If the text
see.
doesn't show up, oh well, but maybe we get 3 pixels of a color bar, so at least there's something there. And if it can't show anything, then
That's
I
fine.
guess we don't show anything.
okay.
I mean, maybe, I'm sure, I would imagine that production will probably want us to then switch and do it on the other side of the sheet, but the short side
Yeah.
instead of the long side, but
because if we are defining the position based on the page number, there are several layouts that we are really tight on horizontally or vertically. So
Then, how about we do this? If we're putting it at the bottom anyway, let's just do it on the. Let's do top and let's do both sides at the same position. So it'll go out this way, and then once we run out of space, it'll reset and start over. So we only do it on a square. Does that make sense?
no, I didn't follow.
And while Ryan's doing that, if everybody wants to open up your poker, we'll vote on this once we get to that point.
Is it showing? Is it showing my Excel spreadsheet
Yeah.
now?
Yep.
All right. So if we've got, let's see, this is our sheet size. Borders. Where did my borders go? All right there. Outside. Think outside borders. Okay. So there's our sheet. So let's say the first one we do. So this is page 1, 2, 1 and 2, and this is 1 and 2. And then the next one would be 3 and 4 would go here, and we also put the same thing going down.
Mm-hmm.
So we'd be doing it along the long side and the short side. And at some point,
I
we're
see.
going to get to this end where we won't fit anymore. 20 and 21 or whatever. So
Mhm.
whatever that one over here, if that one was, this one was 20 and 21.
Okay.
We wouldn't go any further this way, and we'd start going again from the.
A1 or A2.
I see. So long side and
these
short
would be-
side always,
Yes.
and we will be moving, and
Yeah.
go back.
And I think we also do it where this is not. I mean, I didn't rotate this, but this would be vertical text. So that would take the minimum. You know what I mean? It's not. I'm not going to have this horizontal along this. It would be vertical, so that they're narrow as they can be along both sides of the sheet. I think it'd be easier for us to just, if we can do that and put it on the base layer, it'd be easier to do that all the time than instead of trying to calculate where we can see it.
Yeah, exactly. Then if we overlap, we overlap.
We overlap, no big deal. Yep.
Okay.
Okay. About one last question. You mentioned that rendering that on the backside as well. That maybe will have an implication on the clicks that and EPM and color and black and white. What about that?
It's a good question. Well, if they end up running black and white covers, then they're not going to get their color bar anyway. But we do have the text, so that will help. As far as the back page, we would only want to do it if it's a duplex sheet. And however, if it's a black and white, yeah, if it's 4 over 0 or 1 over 0. It's a
Yeah, for
really good
covers.
question.
Yeah, for covers, there are tons that on the back only has barcode.
Yeah, and if it does have a barcode, then we don't want to turn that into a color. So
Right.
I would say that we. Let's start with just doing the odd page then.
Or duplex and
Just only do odd. Just only do front, so we don't have to worry about duplex or simplex. And if it ends up being black and white barcodes on the second page, we won't draw any extra color. And we will have to have a conversation later after we roll this out with what do we do in those cases. But I think there's still enough of a big enough win here of just getting it out on page 1 that'll let us get something out, and we'll start seeing how it's used and what we need to change.
Ryan, just to clarify, this last sentence, is that still correct with the change you just made? Put color on base layer, do front page, off page at the same position along long side and short side.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
But up above you said page 2 will be in the same location. That's not. We probably want to say, you can just leave that out.
This.
By sheet. Deterministic by sheet.
Okay.
And then you could remove the word, the and random part on the top line.
Oh, yeah.
Toward the
Yeah,
end.
it's not random.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, it's not random.
Yeah, get that out of there because that could screw somebody up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
wait, it should be deterministic but random.
Yeah, yeah,
Just follow that.
yeah.
Okay.
Also, that is my favorite word of the day, so thank you, Sebastian.
Deterministic?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one, yeah. Alright, well, I have a vote open unless there's any other comments or questions on this.
Okay, this is cards and invites and cover mainly, right? So cards and
Anything
invites.
laminated. Anything
Anything
laminated.
laminated.
Look at this.
Okay.
Yeah, so even if it is a book
It's a
that
guts
has the
laminate,
guts,
we'll still get it.
still do it.
Okay.
That's a good question.
It is a good question.
And all of our things that are laminated are always going to be in color, so I think we're okay to go ahead and do that. And if something is supposed to be black and white, then we will just need to make sure they put it on and it runs on the Indigo. We'll just need to make sure we use the black and white configuration for it. Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot there.
Alright, we have to put medium on it.
I almost put large, but
My quest to make large more of
Yeah.
a decent option.
Yeah.
We're on the
Yeah.
fence, we avoid large.
And
Yeah.
you're out.
It may be large, but
It's okay.
yeah.
And it's okay if I put it in the iteration, is that okay?
yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
In fact, did we start a new sprint today?
Oh, did you create a new one? Because I've been putting it in.
No, I will do that
Okay.
though. I'll
Okay.
get him to fix that afterwards. I think I forgot about it, but
Oh, I have information from here I can add to this.
okay.
Where?
This is kind of a continuation of what was asked of us a few months ago. We did part of it. I don't think we got to the terms part. Yep, and the weekly
Whoa.
rate.
Yeah,
Sorry.
we did not. Wait, invoicing freight weekly with 7. Wait a second. They want us to invoice freight differently than other orders? Hold on.
With 7-day term.
No,
always.
I think they just want the
That just
7-day
means,
terms on it, but we don't want to be
Yeah.
invoicing freight when we haven't invoiced the order.
yeah, no, it's invoicing the same time. The 7-day terms just means
Yes.
they have to pay it sooner.
That
They-
that
they only
invoice
have-
for the freight needs to have 7-day terms. Yeah, so we are not invoicing freight weekly.
It's just, so, yeah.
We invoice it together.
7-day terms.
Yeah, so we invoice it together, but freight will have 7-day terms.
Yeah,
Right.
that's the value that we send. We're probably just sending over in text 30-day or something right now. Probably,
But the freight invoice will have 7-day terms.
yeah. Yeah, so we'll,
We added the ability to invoice freight separately already. So that invoice will have
Your mic's not close
Yeah.
enough. We're not hearing you
yeah.
well.
Oh, we got what you said, I think, but
Take out the word week in there, and then
Yeah.
I think that's probably okay.
So invoice,
7-day terms, yeah.
Hello.
So, yeah.
But it's not technically a freight invoice, right? It's just the regular.
No, they have a freight invoice.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's a separate. But it comes off of the same billing period.
Got it. It just will have 7 days. Okay, got it.
Have we already created a separate invoice for freight yet, or do we need to do that?
Yeah, we already created that.
Okay.
Wow, too loud.
Do that now? Back it up.
oh, this is a
How
bad.
about, how about now?
Why are you screaming?
So loud.
I
Why are you
could
so
hear your
angry?
tongue. Yeah.
Did you just say, never mind.
How about now?
Yeah.
More acceptable term. Yes, Sebastian, I think, was the one that added the freight invoicing.
Okay.
So that already exists. So this should be just a term change in that invoice creation. Is that correct?
You have to probably
So
like.
what does
How
it
do we
mean
do that?
to
This
add terms?
Probably just a string.
to them.
It is. It's gonna. I'm pretty sure it's just a string that probably right now just said we're just sending 30
Just
days.
says 30 day. And now it'll say 7 day.
If freight invoice.
And is this
Yeah, that's
something
a
that
good
needs
question.
to show in like the portal as well, like the terms?
This is gonna send over and just go to Acumatica.
Acumatica.
Yeah,
So why is
so
that
it's-
first line say add terms to customers in Central?
Because we're going to add
Yes,
terms.
we are.
So that normal invoices have terms. So maybe we have a customer that has 30-day
Oh.
terms. Some customers will have 14. Some may have 7-day terms. So we'll need to do that for the main invoice. The freight invoice will always be 7-day terms. So it's not optional
Yeah.
as far as what that
So this is going to be a little bigger in that for the adding the terms to Central.
Yeah. I accidentally voted too small. I forgot about the first line.
I'm gonna end
Do you want to
it.
restart it?
Yeah.
Because the second line is like an extra small.
But the other one is
The first
Not
line
so
adds
much.
a little bit more flavor, if you
a
will.
little more meat to it.
Yeah.
I'm
probably
glad
still
I-
isn't too bad.
I clarified.
Yeah, not too bad, but
And now I'm like in between the two, but maybe my.
And we need to get the terminology because I think the term is something like net 7. We probably need to work with Nick and see what he wants it to say there. Is it net 30, net 14, or is that just whatever they put? Anyway,
Yeah.
and that's the question. Is it just a free-form text box,
no,
or is it specific options that we?
I think it should be specific options myself.
Yeah, I think so. We could probably
Because
just look in
What if
Acumatica
somebody
and
wants
see.
net 22?
Well, I guess that's kind of true because the only thing I'm curious about is if you have to have the same term in Acumatica. So
Yeah.
whatever is available in Acumatica,
Like it should.
we can have in Central.
Yeah, so
Should
it's
probably
not.
be like net.
It sounded like
I
it
No.
was, might not be.
Well, yeah, that's my thought. I could be
Let's
wrong.
let's just figure out what they are in Acumatica then.
Yeah.
Then we'll make those same options available.
And in general, I think we're always going to be better if they have parity anyway. They should be the same. So we can just match Acumatica.
And that's not .NET 7, in case you're wondering.
Oh, yeah. I've actually heard net 7.
Net 7, net 14,
Acumatica.
net 30, net 45.
Yeah, no, it was a programmer joke.
No, I know what that is actually. In both cases, so. I was just saying, Scotty, obviously I know it's not net. It's not.
Okay,
that.
let's put a small on that one. Notes and board process. I might have just wrote that down and not know what it is.
Does anyone know what this is? I just wrote down the one little sentence they had there.
When triggered depict I don't know.
Okay, let's put a
Is this what
production
Chuck
sync
was working on?
No, I don't think so.
Oh yeah,
I think
you
it
left
might
this
be.
done, right?
It might be. Well, no.
No, the one he
There's
did
probably
with,
more.
yeah, more on the warehouse picking stuff, right? Like, that he added.
Process.
Wasn't that you, Chuck, that added that?
Yeah, like the pick, the warehouse pick thing. Yeah, but
Yeah.
but guts and board process doesn't.
Yeah, no, not that necessarily. I'm just saying maybe it's
Yeah,
a
maybe that's
continuation
about
of that.
Yeah. I have no idea.
Also,
Yeah, but
on
yeah,
our
that
board,
might-
don't we have shipping cutoff batching? But I don't know what that is referring
I don't know
to.
what that is either.
Sorry.
Delete it.
No, I already wrote it on the board. It's on
No, it
this.
is. Delete it.
It's number 11.
I can't look. Vending tool.
Yeah, actually, I had already. I was starting working on that.
Oh, nice.
I just need some more time to design it out before we estimate it.
Yeah. Yeah,
Do you
that's
do you have a story, Ryan, for it?
Not yet.
Okay.
When we say vending, are we talking about when we send out
Yeah.
stuff to
Yeah.
others?
Send it
Oh,
back.
yeah.
Yeah, we just gotta make it better and a little more user friendly. I know Ryan and Jamie have kind of put together a plan. So, is it okay if I just leave this dummy story here and you can just add to this,
I would just assign
Ryan,
it to, yeah, assign it to
Okay,
me.
Gotcha.
and put design on it? This is a design story right now. Okay, and then I don't know what this last one is. Split by finishing and oh yeah. Why did we have that one on hold? Let's see what the is there a note in there?
We wanted to know, it was, did we ever
Yeah, we talked
talk
yeah, we
to
figured
Mario with the,
It's 5/8.
But we
so,
are also going to work with the account managers to make sure they are all good with us changing the products.
Yeah,
That
I'll
they're
talk
aware that we
to
switched to 5/8 two years ago. But
yeah.
so
I'll talk
It
to
should
the
already- it
account
should be
managers,
clean.
but
we just need
Yeah.
to make sure that we're not changing products without them being aware of it.
so I'll take on notifying Jamie and her team that we're gonna make everything 5/8 and that's what it's been for the past 2 years, if they don't already know. But you can take it off hold now. I think and then we'll use the 5/8 for everything. But I'll put a note in here after I talk to them. I'll make sure I do that today so that it's ready to go.
so,
You can take it off hold too.
and do you want me to keep it in stand-up so you can add that?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it'll go into the thing. It's fine.
Okay.
I know where it is.
Okay.
Okay, that is all I have for today. Does anybody else have anything for the group?
I have a quick question. This one, is this still something that we were gonna do, or did we already talk to Dan about this? See if tagging features of
Yeah, we
ABC
talked
PDF
about-
are worth it.
Oh, wait,
No, it's the
he's working on that already.
Yeah.
I think he mentioned, Sebastian, are you on the email chain with him and ABC
No.
PDF? Okay, so it's just him. He mentioned he's working with them on that.
Okay.
We can delete that.
Yeah, just delete it.
On what? On the new features or also with the rotation and tags
The
issues?
rotation and tags he's working on,
Okay.
so we've already talked with him about features.
Awesome.
So yeah, we're good.
No,
We
it's
can
just a
delete that other
design,
one
so-
too, the ABC PDF one.
Good.
Or mark it completed.
I'll get something else as well. Well, there are some pretty old pull requests that, well, I received some comments recently that it looks like I need to resume that job, but that's in the middle of now the new prioritization, new everything. I don't know if I should drop everything, go back to those. Example,
We just need
shipwise
to,
closing.
we need to decide if we're gonna continue with that or not.
Right. We have to. I have to. Shipwide closing integration.
Yeah.
That probably needs to be addressed anyway, but there's a lot of other things, and also the banner pages, where we put that on hold because we were in the middle of peaks, and now we need to resume that and find a way to have the thumbnail of the back side as well, which is a major thing.
Yeah, it sure is.
So
That we probably need to just decide, then we need to,
I mean, I think we need to just find out if they really want it,
so
right?
Dan and Tara, Tara wants to make sure that we have the back pages. Dan thinks, I mean, we have a posting from March saying he thinks we could draw the content on the PDF and then overlay the template on top, grab the size of the image box and draw the front back. So I don't know, maybe we probably need to have a synchronization conversation with Dan on this one.
right. Or maybe there's also this other possibility where that can be a phase 2 of the thing, because right now.
No, Tara did not want it out at all if we didn't
At all.
have a back.
So what is she doing with things that have a banner template, where we are not posting anything on the
She's just
backside?
doing without it right now, but that's a very small number of them.
Okay, I see. Okay, yeah, I think we need to reprioritize, or in the priority
Yeah.
list.
Let's find
Have
out
it in
if this is important, and if not, then I think we abandon it and we move on. But Dan did really ask us to work on that in January, so we did, and then we ran into this problem, but then we were in peak, so we couldn't continue anymore.
Okay.
So,
Well, I will continue to try to get him to join us one morning. Haven't been very
I'm gonna
successful
go ahead,
lately,
Mark,
but-
I'm gonna put this, it's already his draft, that's good. I'm just gonna make a comment at the top, input from Dan.
Are you gonna tag him and he'll
Mhm.
see it and maybe, okay, that'll be good.
Yeah, because
That's
honestly, that never left my inbox.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And since we were during peak, it was always there at the bottom, and now it bubbled up.
Yeah. Well, thanks for bringing that up. Yeah, we gotta figure out something with it.
Okay. And then what was the other one?
Shipping close.
Yes, I think he mentioned that one was a definite one he wanted to do. He did not like the way that it was, he didn't want to have something done. He said he would make a comment on it. So
Yeah, because the way we did it was we could close only one shipping client, like only desktop shipper, let's say, or the other. So I was grabbing date for and persisted when we close it and using which client. So he's not saying we shouldn't be closing with one or the other because the carrier will always pick once. So
we have to
should
close
try
both
to
at the same time. Yeah.
both always. So
Yeah.
we probably don't need that splitting at the. But he also mentioned that he didn't like having all this persisted in central parameters, so we might need a bigger refactoring
Okay.
and put that information on the provider side.
So Chuck, that is something that, I mean, is that something that you understand we do need to do? We do need to have this closed system built, or?
Yeah, Dan was pretty,
Great.
like, Dan requested this, and it sounds like we do want this. And also, they're not really, they have to go to FedEx, the FedEx pickup date and do that, and that does FedEx, and then they have to go over to the other thing, and they close there, and it's just kind of, make it so it's all just from the one place. So, but like I'm not as familiar like that thing about you close the one, well, it's really closing all of them. I had learned that recently, but there's some things about it I just don't know about. Like, anyway, so but yeah, that's but yeah, Dan thought this was important, so.
Yeah. He also had rejected the pull request, but I don't know if that's now active because you activated right on that with a comment. So I don't know if he wanted that rejected or not.
He rejected the way it was done, but I don't think he didn't abandon it. I think let's see where
he's not doing this all the time. Maybe that's what he does when rather than what's the other thing? Just moving to draft. That might be just what he thought to do.
Maybe, yeah.
I think that's probably all it was. But
yeah, I think that's probably safe to say.
Okay.
Okay, I'll try to see if we can get him to come in and go over some of this stuff with us.
that story
Do you have a
about
list you're making
sorry.
of these things? Do you have a list somewhere you're making of these items,
Me?
or Rebecca or somebody?
I'm not,
So
but
Let's.
That's
I
a
can
good
do that
idea.
right now. I'll do
Yeah,
that right
well,
now.
then I can
Comes in,
send
we don't
him.
have to remember.
Oh, wait,
I'm not
no,
gonna
I
remember
do.
either.
Yeah.
No, I do
Well, and
have
I
a
can
list.
send him.
Let me add it
These
to
are
it.
the things that we want to talk about, so
Yes,
he can
that's
prepare
great.
himself.
Even
So
though-
I will. If you make that, then I will send that over
Yeah.
to him. And
Yeah, so I've got one running right now. Let me add. Okay, so do you have by chance, the PR number?
Sure.
both of those.
6037 6037.
037, and what was the other one?
6187.
Perfect. Okay.
Okay.
And I'll go over the rest of this. It's pretty long, the list I have. I'm gonna double check before I send that to you.
Okay. And then I don't know. Yeah, I'll probably pick the most urgent ones and we'll talk about those ones first and then we'll go from there.
Acumatica invoicing story, I went and just got a screenshot of the terms, and the terms ID is what we send. So I put that in that story. So
Oh, great. Thank you.
Awesome.
anyway, yeah, no problem.
Okay, anybody else have questions, comments? Anything else they want to discuss today?
Kelly Thompson joined their channel.
Yeah. I don't know why, but he's welcome to it.
I mean, he was feeling like, lonely, so.
I wrote back to him, welcome to the party, pal. I don't know if you guys have ever seen Die Hard, but that was a Die Hard reference.
What? One of my favorite Christmas movies.
Right. Okay. All right. Well, thanks everybody. I appreciate you. We'll just keep plowing through it and moving forward.
Did you have something, Sebastian?
Awesome. No, I already said too much.
Well, if you've got more, you can say it tomorrow. Then it won't feel like it's so much. Just kidding. All right. Thanks everybody. Appreciate you.
Okay, see you.
See you
Bye.
guys.
See you guys.
History
Mm-hmm.
on a session.
Right.
Yeah, I
For
think
the
the
one that
idea
keeps
was-
trying.
Yeah, we can't, if it won't move forward, then we just push it past press planning.
See.